Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. In this video, I'm going to share with you the progress on transforming this tired old 1970s bedroom into my dream pet room, home to this adorable trio of guinea pigs and their future cage mates. I'm going to take you on a bit of a journey, why we moved in the first place, the renovations done so far, and the design plans for the new piggy cage. And as you can probably tell, I am mega excited about this project, and I cannot wait for everything to be finally coming together. I never thought I'd be saying I moved home to give my guinea pigs more room, but that's the honest truth. We used to live in a lovely but quite tiny house. I made the smaller second bedroom into a guinea pig room where I spent a lot of time working on this very YouTube channel. It was there 6 years ago now when I built this DIY cage, and since then I saw our audience grow and our piggy family grow too. But there was always one problem, and that problem was space. The cage needed to be bigger, and not just that, I was forever knocking over tripods, reversing my desk chair into the cage, and generally grumbling and getting annoyed at having stuff absolutely everywhere and nowhere to put it. So we decided to move, and it was the best decision ever. So that's it, guys. The piggies have left and they won't be back ever. This is going to be the last time I'm filming myself here in this room. If I'm being honest, I had actually overlooked our new home several times, mainly because of the sheer amount of changes needed to pull it kicking and screaming into the 21st century. But it had space. In fact, you could fit 2 of the old house in it. It even had views. And it had not one piggy room, but 2. One where we could set up a base while renovating the second. I started to get this excited, buzzing feeling inside, thinking of the possibilities and what things we could do, given the time, money, and work. And oh, let me tell you, there was a lot of work. Enter the future piggy room. Things wrong with this room, and the majority of the house in general, included hideously textured wallpaper, an equally hideous, and funnily enough also textured carpet, an inbuilt wardrobe gobbling up precious floor space, an old 1970s very brown door, a ginormous and ancient radiator, and last but not least, some old light fittings and single electricity sockets. I should say at this point that by now the pigs were settled and happily enjoying life in their temporary room, blissfully unaware of any future stressful and costly renovation plans. Sure, there was a bit of a different view out the front, maybe some different smells here and there, but other than that, they really couldn't see what all the humans were fussing about. We have attempted to start demolishing the cupboard, which is just proving to be the most resistant cupboard of all time. I think that was a hammer, just, you know. We have removed the inbuilt cupboard, and seriously, that cupboard did not want to be removed. So much so, it appeared that the house had actually been built around said cupboard, and when it was gone, it left some significant holes in the walls, including a strip of exposed breeze block and a large chunk of missing plasterboard. The next job was tackling that textured wallpaper with our newly purchased trusty wallpaper steamer. We became experts using this wallpaper steamer and spent many hours removing texture, lining paper, and a lot of ancient and very stubborn wallpaper paste. And yep, there was textured wallpaper on the ceiling too. At this point, we thought it couldn't get any worse looking, until I decided to remove the ceiling coving. Armed with hammer and chisel, I got rid of the coving and left many gouges in its place. And somewhere in all of this destruction, we took off that humongous radiator. So the radiator was a massive thing. Here it is, going like, gosh, I think it's like 2 meters long. When we'd destroyed all we could destroy, it was time to get some professional help. Today is going to be day 1 of plastering. Just waiting for him to arrive. Very excited to see the progress that is made. After the first day of plastering, I had a shock. The room looked like it had been host to some sort of horror movie, but I had faith in the process, and by the second and third days we started to see the results. And wow, the walls were so smooth. The plasterer had done a fantastic job and I couldn't be happier with the way things were looking. Where are you going? Are you going for a little explore in here? There's not much going on in here, buddy. In fact, there's kind of hazardous things laid around, which probably aren't good for a guinea pig to get in the middle of. Hey, shall we take you back? Oh, come on. With the plaster dry, I could get down to some serious painting. First up was a diluted mist coat, which forms a base for the final paint colour. And speaking of the final paint colour, I got through an embarrassingly huge amount of miniature pots and stick-on samples. Seriously, I could have opened up my own shop. Everything from Faro and Ball to Dulux to Lick and Coat, greys, beiges, greys, you name it, I tried it. In the end, I finally settled on a very pale taupe called Modest from Coat Paints. It is a gloriously sunny day out there, and I'm in here painting, but we're making progress now. Getting the painting done was a huge milestone, which was followed by switching and expanding the electrical sockets, and finally getting rid of that old carpet. One of the final stages was getting a new vertical radiator installed against the back wall where it won't be in the way of the new cage. And despite the pros of hard floors, I chose carpet for the room. Ultimately, I want the space to feel cozy, relaxing, and somewhere I'm happy spending a lot of time filming, designing, and creating. Yes, we have carpet! And we have also done the light fitting and the curtains. So here goes. And if you're wondering what those squares of paper are on the floor, it's me visualising the piggy's new cage. The new cage will span 4.2 metres and have a wider angled corner section along the back wall next to the radiator. This made-to-measure plan is because I've chosen to go with modified kitchen units for the base, and there will still be a gap under the cage to keep a spacious feeling to the room. It won't look quite the same as this model. The units will be lower down without legs for one thing, but you get the idea. The units include drawers, pull-out bins for hay, rubbish and laundry, and cupboard space. And as for the cage on top, we're taking inspiration from the current setup, but all being well, we'll be using real glass. The units are ordered and they're on their way, so watch this space for updates. But if you want to be the first to see what's happening when it happens, and you would like to support us along the way, I'll be sharing everything over on our Patreon. If you haven't checked it out yet, then please do. I'll pop the link below and it would be lovely to see you over there. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, everyone. It's been quite the journey so far. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back with another video very soon. Bye bye for now!